Yo, 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 it's your boy 1Deep215 back with another video. I'm here on this video to raise awareness for one thing and one thing only. One thing us gentlemen need to stop doing, need to scale back on at least. Even if you don't stop, just need to scale back on. Because we putting ourselves behind the 8 ball. We selling ourselves short. The club scene, the lounge scene, the nightlife scene, all in one. We need to dead that. We need to dead it. Now take this however you want. Me personally, I haven't been to a club or lounge in years. So take this advice however you want it, but the facts are the facts. And y'all know I'm here to spread them facts. Disclaimer, even though I haven't been in these settings in quite some time, I know what goes on in there. I got people, not just the internet. Everything ain't based off the internet. But I have people that come back to me with this stuff. I actually have a family member that's a bartender in the lounge. So I know what goes on in this atmosphere, and it's not beneficial to us. It's just not. First of all, let's start with financially, because that's probably the number one. Everything, now we know the economy is high. We know that. Everything goes up. It doesn't go down, it goes up. It barely stays stagnant. It just goes up. And that's the case with the nightlife. You know, these clubs and these bars and these lounges or what have you, these establishments, they bending us over with no Vaseline. They just are with these prices. I mean, they out the wazoo. Anytime you gotta, if you want to sit down, you gotta pay for a section. Y'all know what them sections run. To my men that that indulge in that, we talking hundreds of dollars to sit. Because don't get me wrong, I know we got our group of men that want to flex and stunt and look good and put on that nice aesthetic. Look, I got a section. We got bottles coming to our section. We the big. We got movement. We got a wave. We got motion. Whatever the case may be. But a lot of guys don't even care about that. They just out to have a good time. And it's like we standing amongst hundreds of people. We feel like sardines in here. Let's get a section. Let's dab our money up, or if somebody want to front it or whatever, I got you later, homie. I owe you. I know how it go. But when you charging people hundreds of dollars just to take a seat, that's a ripoff. It just is. Not to mention the overpriced, watered down drinks. We know that just comes with it. I mean, you damn near gotta bite the bullet on that one, because you know what you're getting when you walk in there. Now, ain't nothing wrong with having a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with going out with your homies or your friend or your family members to have a night out. But this ain't it. Because at the end of the day, you're not benefiting. You're just not. I mean, overpriced, 2 drink minimums, the price it is to get in some of these bars is outrageous. Some of these lounges will charge you up just to get in. And they'll say it's half price before this time. And you like, well, how is $50 half price? You mean tell me it was $100 to get in? Just to walk through the door? It's outrageous. And that's just on the monetary part of things. You're going to pay some money. Is you going to get great customer service, a great time, maybe meet somebody that's worth, your attention. All those things are still up in the air. Could you? Yes. I'm not saying you're not. But all those things is left to be desired, if we being real. You're not going to get no great customer service in no night lounge. You just not. It's going to be what it's going to be. Here you go. All right. Get out of here. Y'all know how it go. To my men that do. Some men, that's why I'm here. Because some men don't even know. They might be thinking about, you know what, let me up the ante and start stepping out. Maybe that's my problem. I'm falling back too much. No, that ain't the problem. That's to my smart man. Because why waste your money and wake up the next morning hungover with $75 left in your pocket and you walked out the door with $900? Why? Why have that? Because that's what's happening. That's what's happening to a lot of men. Some men go out to get lucky. Let's talk about these women. You know, we had to go there. A lot of the women that you're going to run into at these places are entitled, self-serving, don't care nothing about you. You're for the moment. If you do get, if you do get to indulge with some of these young ladies at these places, you're for that moment. And for the most part, they probably seeing what they could get out of you. They could get a drink out of you. If they could get a conversation to make them look good, to make them, okay, I'm talking to somebody, I'm mingling. It ain't for nothing long term, for the most part. Now, I'm sure there's men that got stories that met some women at nightclubs and maybe hit it off. Not just saying sexually, just maybe created a friendship, created a relationship, whatever. Those things can happen. My thing is the odds of you meeting somebody even worth your attention. The worth part is where it's at. Because you can meet, if you're an okay looking guy and you carry yourself well, women going to attract to you. That's just how it go. I think we all know that. But the worth is the part. Is it going to be a headache? Is it going to be worth your time? It's probably not. It's more than likely not. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Like I said, you're going to run into a lot of entitled women. You're going to run into a lot of women that's not even single. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of these women that go to these lounges and clubs and things of that nature, they not all single. Now, I'm not going to say most of them not single. I'm not even going to do that. The numbers nah. But a lot of them, a nice amount of them. If I had, dare I say, maybe a third of them, a third of women that's in these places, they not all single. And most of them is playing single, even if it's for the night, if it's just for that time or whatever. So it's like, what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna run into all walks of life. You're gonna run into all walks of life because people that's on that at this point is pretty desperate. Or it's people that want validation. Or it's people that want attention. I know there's a lot of people that do the club scene, but I don't know a lot of people that's joyous about going to a lounge or a club. It ain't that deep, especially for us men. Think about it. What's the benefit for men, not women, a separate entity? What is the benefit out of men going to a club, going to a lounge? The whole nightlife experience. What's the benefit? You may meet a nice girl. You may. Oh, I just want to get out the house. And I'm not saying all these things are bad. I'm just saying these are the reasons. I'm rattling them off. You may meet somebody. You may have a good time. You want to get out the house. You've been going through a dry patch in your life. You just want to step out. Nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. We don't look forward to getting dressed. Now, don't get me wrong. You talking to a guy that like to throw things on here and there. I could be going to Walmart and I might have on a nice whatever. I'm not doing it for the moment. If I want to throw something nice on, I'm throw it on. If I want to look bummy, I'm gonna look bummy. I'm the type, I don't care what nobody think of me. I just don't. But I'm always carrying myself with dignity and respect. It ain't always about the aesthetic and what you got on and how much it costs. But I say that to say, women look forward to that type of stuff. Women look forward, think about it. Y'all been around women, a lot of y'all probably got sisters, aunts, cousins, nieces, what have you. They don't have to be your mate. Women actually getting dressed is a thing for women. And I'm not casting no shadows on it. It's true. There's nothing wrong with it. Women look forward to stepping out. Women look forward to being places. I'm outside. There's a vibe here and all that. Women talk like that. Men is more on the scales of, let me go just to go. I ain't doing nothing in the crib. They all call me. They all going. I might as well go. We not looking forward to. I just want to wear those chinos Friday night. I gotta wear them. I just want to put that new hat I bought on. I gotta find a place where I can wear it at. So what I'm saying is, it's a different scale. Women, you think, are doing the same thing as us, like maybe looking for a partner, looking for a friend, looking for a confidant or whatever. Some of them are, but for the most part, they just happy to be outside. They just happy to be with their friends, holding their phone up like this and being somewhere and posting it to the world that I was there that night. Men usually don't move like that, so that's why there's a difference between why women are so anxious to go to these places and men really shouldn't be, or men are not. We not, because we don't care. We'll walk around ball shorts and t-shirt all day. We just chilling. We not worried about dressy. Yo, I want to be there. I want to be with action in. There's a small percentage of men that probably is on. They a little different. That's all. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. They just a little different. Your average man ain't worried about dressy. I'm outside. Look where I'm at. Look, I'm actually here. Here's the front of it. Here's the inside of it. Look at sparkles coming from that champagne bottle. Look at the men ain't. Most men. So that's what I'm saying. That's why women seem to hang on to these thoughts, because it ain't just I'm going here, maybe I'm gonna have a good time, maybe I'm gonna meet somebody. It ain't that black and white to women. It's I get to get dressed. I get to make my face look like somebody else's face. I get to wear that short behind skirt that had been sitting in the closet collecting dust. I get to show that I'm outside and I'm not a boring girl. I get to show I'm a party girl. This is what these women do. I know it sound out there, but just follow me. And these things are, we're not talking about hyperbole here. These are facts. These ain't me exaggerating. It really be like that. Now, is it for everybody? No, because I know a lot of women that you would never see step foot in nobody's lounge or club. I know women that's like that. That ain't they thing. Good, bad, or indifferent, it ain't they thing. I know men that love the club life. They not laid back at all. That's what they do. They like it. So it's not saying one is wrong or one is the other. It's about the benefit to us. And the benefit to us is nothing. You leave with empty pockets or close to empty pockets. 9 times out of 10, you're not leaving with a chick. You hungover and sluggish off of watered down drinks. And it's not really a good look in the long run. Because it's like, what am I doing this for? Every weekend I'm here, and I ain't getting nowhere. What's the common denominator of all this foolishness? I'm just being real. My advice is to stay your ass home. Or, because, listen, let me tell y'all something. We living in a different time. We living in a different time where, for us responsible men, it ain't hopping up for every little drop of a hat to go somewhere. You pick and choose. I'm not saying nobody gotta be a homebody. I'm really not, because everybody don't have that homebody outlook. They don't. They want to move, and there's nothing wrong with that. When I say stay home, I don't mean stay home. Do something else. Do something that's more productive to your value. Hell, I go to cigar lounges. Well, one I was going to shut down. That's another story. But things of meditation, things that's going to sit back, like where I'm out, I'm in a social setting. I'm not worried about what's going on around me. Everybody is on the same type vibe. Might be watching the TV, might be chilling, listening to some music. Now, I'm just using that example because everybody don't smoke. So I'm not saying it's pick up cigars like all of a sudden. I'm just using that as a metaphor for, I don't want to be in nobody's club all night, sitting like the sardines, talking about, excuse me, my bad, and oh man, who hot and sweaty, everybody hot. You seeing weaves being flipped up, and is not the thing. Now, when you're younger, you want to go through those experiences because you're young and you never done nothing. So I'm not saying you never done nothing, but you're looking for different adventures, different things. That's what we all did when we were young. I stayed in clubs and lounges when I was younger, but some people outgrow it, and some people don't even outgrow it. They just outthink it. They like, all right, I'm still about that life, but my mental ain't on that because I'm not getting nothing out of it. I'm not getting nothing out of it, but a foggy head and empty pockets. That's all I'm getting. Some people don't want to be around big crowds of people, and it's just like we all standing around looking at each other, listening to music, and seeing what each other got on, or who got the biggest BBL. I don't understand. Like it ain't that deep to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this for a lot of people. I'm just bringing awareness, like I always do. I ain't even get on parking. I mean, that's another charge. If you don't want to park 8 blocks away, you got to pay $40 for parking. Things of that nature. It's like, it don't benefit you in no aspect. It really don't. I went to Club 405 last night. Oh, all right. What? Yo, that joint, yeah, it was a lot of people in there. Like, you really don't, it's the same story. It's the same story. Like I said, I have family members that work in these establishments. Like, from the outside to the inside. I know a bouncer and I know a bartender. So I know what goes on in these places. You know, I don't have to be there to know. Like, I know they overpriced. I know they getting over, they ripping people off. Mainly the men, because a lot of women get in for free. You know, or half price, or ladies, turn up Tuesdays for the ladies, and all this stuff. You know? And this could go for the women too. A lot of women probably is frowned upon this whole nightlife and spending half of your check on a vibe, on a time. It's the same old. Just to say you was there, like I said, that's more for the women part of it. Not making excuses for them, but they the ones that want to have a time and a vibe, and I was here. Look at where I'm at. Men, for the most part, I'ma say, not all, don't really get off. They don't get their rocks off to saying I was somewhere. Especially like a club, like that's not really nowhere exclusive. Anybody that willing to waste their money can get in the club. Anybody. So it ain't like you was backstage at such and such and such. That's a little more exclusive to brag about, to the people that like to brag about those type of things. You meeting all these sexually clad women that really don't give a damn about you. You just for that moment right there in time, and then it's like, oh, you know, I'm go back over here, or whatever, you know, whatever little conversation they did get out of you, or whatever drink they got out of you. Once that's over, that's done. For the most part. Can you meet women in clubs? Hell yeah. I'd be a fool to say you can't meet. Yes, you can meet a lot of women, especially if you okay looking, especially if you just carry yourself well. It ain't always about looks. We know that, especially with women. Women they care about looks, but they don't. That's another video. So you're going to meet women, but is it really worth your time? Is that going to be a headache for you? Like, women that usually hang in these type of places, for the most part, not 100%, but women that hang in these places usually ain't worth too much. I'm just keeping it real. They not. They not worth a whole lot. Like, oh, you a known entity in here? Oh, okay. Oh, every weekend, huh? Oh, wow. You know everybody, don't you? I mean, so sometimes a lot of these women want you to be grateful that you even in their presence. Let me tell you something about women. I'll make another video about this because we running long. A lot of men, I ain't gonna say all, a lot of men y'all be putting yourself behind the 8 ball when y'all have these talks with these women. When y'all meeting the woman, it's like y'all so enamored. Like y'all think they some type of alien, or And I'm being real. I know I'm going off cuss here, but we gotta stop thinking like they human. Like how you take a dump at night, they take the same dump. And theirs might stink a little more. I'm just saying. We have to stop thinking that these women are flowers and delicate rainbows, and they not that. Not some probably are. I'm just saying, on your average date, they like you and me, they human. They communicate like you and me. They put one shoe on at a time like you and me, bro. We can't be so, I see it and I hear it a lot. A lot of men get, they can't get their words out and they sweating and, oh my gosh, she's really talking to me. You gotta have that mindset. You should be talking to me. Not being on no high horse stuff, but you like what you saw, I like what I saw, so that's why we talking. Not, you gave me a chance. You took a chance on me, and I'm just happy because that's what they want you to be like, to be happy to be in their presence. Like, wait a minute, girl, what about me? You should be happy to be like that. Did I even raise the eyebrow when you... And like I said, that's another video, but I think, man, the message in this video is pretty much, if you're not going to stop the whole nightlife club scene, at least scale back, because it ain't doing a whole lot for a lot of men, from what I'm hearing. Maybe y'all can tell me down below, y'all having a great time, and it's great nights, and there's great vibes, and it's so extravagant. But I'm not getting that same story back to me. So maybe I'm in the wrong circles. Y'all let me know in those comments below. But at the end of the day, I like to bring awareness. I like to bring the truth to the forefront. And I think we need to scale back on this whole, because it ain't getting us nowhere. It's just ripping our pockets off and not giving us anything of significance in the long term. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.